Okay, I love Supernatural so much. Are there Supernatural fans in the house, guys? It's my favorite show. It's probably my favorite role that I played, outside maybe Codex of the Guild because I created her for myself.
Yep.
I mean, that's my baby, but Charlie is such a well-rounded, awesome character that represents so much to a lot of probably the people in this room, especially women. And so playing her is a privilege. And fun fact, I was only supposed to do one episode. I was only supposed to do that first one where I was at Dick Roman's thing and I had the weird email where I'm like, and anybody knows about that, there was this weird email about Trump landing, working with the Leviathans, which was so weird. I'm not retconning anything. 5 years ago, somebody did that as a little Easter egg, and it's so weird that this is now. And so I was only supposed to do that one episode, and they wanted a Felicia Day type. And then they were like, well, why don't we ask Felicia Day? And I was like, thank you. And so they just kept writing me in. And so, no, I didn't know until right before the episode that happened that I was going to be passing away. And it was very upsetting to me. And I think I had a really strong reaction from the fan base, which is probably what they wanted. And I always think in my head when I'm killed off of a show I love, because it happens a lot. I'm very killable. You never get killed off unless you know that the audience will care. And so I'm so lucky to have played so many characters that people care about. And if you think about it, people are just inventing things on a page. It's just paper and typing. And then if you can emotionally care about something that you type on a page, I think that's pretty fantastic. So I didn't know, and I was sad about it, but I'm really, I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't caught up, but you know.
No, that's what my part two was. I will say it gave me Eureka flashbacks though. I was like,
because I died there too?
Right thing, and she dies. But since it is supernatural and that's the thing, like, is anybody really dead? Did you think you were coming back, or did you think that was the end of Charlie?
I always figured that I would come back because nobody in Supernatural dies all the way.
No.
Thank you. And, Bobby's died 50, 60 times, right?
Every season, a different way.
But, I think there was a really great opportunity for the apocalypse world because there's different versions of people coming back, and I'm very, not to spoil anything, it would be nice if Apocalypse Charlie were to appear and be her. And really, she is the same Charlie, so I don't want to get into, details, but everyone just catch up on Netflix and just keep watching, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Question over here.
Hi, I just want to thank you for being such an amazing role model for young girls.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Never intentional. Nobody should ever, I don't think anybody's like, let's be a role model. That's not on the bio thing, but that means a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm currently just started my career as a school counselor in an elementary school.
Oh, wow. School counselor, elementary school?
Yes.
Nobody ever talks about that. It's always about high school delinquents. What do you do?
My job is to help kids before they get broken.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, is there anything that you would have wished somebody would have said to you when you were a little girl?
Oh, that's amazing. I guess the biggest lesson that I've learned in life is that mistakes are just a stepping stone to get where you need to be. And I think that's super important because I have a lot of perfectionist problems and fear of trying something because I won't be perfect. And I think that keeps a lot of us back because we're graded on things throughout life so much. And we are graded for our performance versus who we are. And we're not taught that everything we do adds to who we are and makes us a better person. And I think that that's something I wish I had known, and I think I would have been braver in creating and doing things that were scary and being willing to fail if I knew that failure was just a process that you need to go through to become the person you need to be. So, was that dorky?
No, that was awesome.
That's perfect.
Thank you
so much.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Question over here.
Hello, my name is Gina.
Hi.
So first of all, I want to thank you for introducing me to Comic-Con.
Is this your first con?
No, I came last year to see you.
And you weren't broken.
Yeah, but I fell in love with just the whole environment and all the artists and everything.
I'm sorry I wasn't here.
That's okay.
A lot of people are like, I came to see you last year. I'm like, I heard that 20 times. I'm like, I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm here. I got 1 hour sleep. Look at me. No, you guys' coffee's really good. I'm really awake right now.
So I first saw you in Supernatural, and then I fell in love with the Guild and the book and your life. But my question is, what was it like meeting the Supernatural cast for the first time?
Oh, wow.
Especially Jared, Jensen, and Mischa.
Well, Mischa, I didn't meet until almost the end of the 4 years that I was on the show, because we only had one scene together right before I passed away. I mean, spoiler alert. It's like 4 years, right? Like, it's fine. Am I okay?
You're totally good.
Okay, great. So I love Mischa as a person. I met him at a few conventions and just like in a social environment, and he's just so inspirational. The things he does for charity is amazing. But Jared and Jensen, I was just intimidated. Okay, basically I took the job right when my company, Gig and Sundry, was launching, and I really should have taken the job to go to Canada for 2 weeks, but I was like, oh, that show's been on so long. I think it's gonna be canceled. I should do this. I'm not kidding. I really thought that. 7 years later. And so I met them, and I was so intimidated because they're large. They're like Adonis, right? They're just large and just manly, you know? They smell like sandalwood and leather and everything. A romance novel, and they're just like, they give hugs that are just enormous, like you're being crushed by the most huggable thing. And then, like, Jared had to pick me up with just, like, one finger. And he just kept picking me up in every episode. I'm like, keep doing it. This is like a carnival ride, like the most awesome carnival ride I could think of. So, like, they are gentlemen through and through, and their relationship as brothers is on and off screen, and it's beautiful to watch. And what I love about them in particular is they treat their crew like family. No matter what you do on the set, you are equal and awesome and a friend to them. They hang out with whoever does whatever on the set, and I love that atmosphere because it doesn't like promote any sort of like levels to people's jobs. We're all just trying to make something together, and they really exemplify that, and I take that into my work too. They inspire me about that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Outstanding. Question over here?
Hi, my name is Mariah. I honestly love how you played Charlie in Supernatural.
Thank you.
My question is, what is your favorite memory backstage with Mischa, Jared, and Jensen?
Well, again, I didn't do much with Mischa, except I did the last episode with him, my next to last episode, and I didn't know this, but Jared and Jensen prank him to the point where he can't act. So like off screen, he'll be doing like a really serious monologue, and then Jared's like wet willying him, or like pantsing him, like literally. If he's crying, it's probably because underwear's going up his butt crack, not because he's in the moment, because he's being pantsed. They're like, I was like, how do you do this? He's like, I don't know. For me, my favorite story was when I had a great episode where I got to play good and bad Charlie, which was like, I was separated out. Yeah, it was a good episode, guys. I had to be a badass playing bad Charlie, but I'm not really a bad, I mean, just to be honest with you, like, would you be intimidated by me? Never, ever. Sorry. So I basically had to, in a scene with Jensen, be like, steal his shot and be like really up in his face. I've never taken a shot before. I didn't know how to throw it back, so I threw it back, and it was on his coverage, so I was off screen, and I was like, yeah, give me that. And I stole his shot, and I went like this, and I'm not kidding, I spilled it all over my face. I didn't know how to coordinate the toss back and the swallow, but then I didn't break character because I didn't want to ruin his coverage, so I was like, and I've never seen Jensen almost break. It was almost like this. He was like, that's it. And then cut, what the F was that? You don't know how to drink? Oh, he never let me live it down. So that's my favorite memory. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good memory. Over here?
It's mortifying.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a singular question.
A what?
A singular question.
Singular question? Single? Okay.
What is your favorite video game?
Oh, I like this one. I mean, it's hard to tell you what. I guess it has to be either World of Warcraft or Skyrim. Right?
Let's poll the room. So we're gonna do both. I want to hear what you guys like. World of Warcraft? It's gonna be Skyrim. Skyrim?
Do you play Skyrim?
No.
What's your favorite video game?
Fortnite?
Fortnite. That's what the youngins love this now. That's what I hear. I hear rumor. Well, Skyrim's not like Fortnite, but you can marry a lizard man and put him in a house. So if you want that feature. Okay, thanks for that question.
That's awesome. Over here?
Hi, I'm Alora.
Hi, Laura.
I'm a big fan of your work in Eureka.
Oh, thank you. That's a good show. Very underappreciated, you guys.
I have 2 questions, one for my sister. She wants to know, what's your favorite episode you worked in?
My favorite episode of Eureka was, there was an episode where we were all in a simulation capsule because we were all going to go to space, but it was a simulation capsule on the ground, and we were basically did the whole episode in this very small set that was the size of like just this area. And for lunch one day, Will Wheaton and Neil Grayston had broccoli, and they farted the whole time. And so we were trapped in a hot, small set with broccoli farts.
It makes me nauseous just thinking about it.
Yeah, so if I looked green, it wasn't makeup.
My question is, who is your favorite character that you worked with besides yourself?
I was gonna say me. Wow, it's hard to say that. I mean, I loved playing, not that I love both the guys in Dr. Horrible. Neil, no, you might know them. Nathan Fillion and Neil Patrick Harris.
Who are these guys?
I don't know, I think they're gonna work.
I'm gonna Google this.
I think they're gonna get more work, guys. No, they were so kind to me because it was very early in my career and I just had such a good time, and I feel like I was a better actor working with them, especially Neil with the musical. I mean, just seeing him work was just a marvel because he's such an experienced stage actor, and seeing him tailor his performance style from stage to screen, but still keeping that kinetic, I don't know. That one scene he has rapping to the camera is one of my most favorite movie moments. Even if I wasn't in it, I would be like, this is the best thing. So I have to say that might be my answer. But you know what? I have a litany of yummy, amazing people that I could just name drop. Oh, I'm sorry, Jared. Eliza Dushku, what? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Over here?
Hi, Felicia. My name
Hey.
is Deja.
What's
and
up?
I'm gonna be at your photo op.
See you
After
later.
this.
I like this outfit. I did my hair. It's actually hair from last night. I got 1 hour sleep, so I went from set, and I was like, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. I'm gonna sleep like this. It was great.
So I was wondering, what was the most shocking or weirdest question or pose a fan has ever asked you for a photo?
Oh. I mean, a lot of people want me to either be picked up, which I said no to because somebody dropped me one time. So I'm sorry, that's the one thing you can't do. Or somebody got new breast implants and wanted me to go like this. Oh my God. And I did it. Because I was like, listen, you're proud of these. This was your birthday present. Let's get in there. Right? Thank you. You're quite welcome.
Just wait till tomorrow or later today for your photo ops. Alrighty then, over. Now that you've opened the door of what's possible.
Portland, come on, knit me something.
Let's go over here.
Hi, my name's Sarah, and I'm really grateful for all the fun stuff you do for Team Human.
Thank you, Team Human people. It's an amazing community I am a part of, and I love it online. Thank you.
And I was wondering, with the podcast you've been doing, have you been enjoying it? Because we love it. And what is different about it?
I do a podcast now. It's called Felicitations. Hey.
Clever.
You can get it on iTunes or SoundCloud is where I upload it. I mean, the thing about the podcast is I always promise I'm going to do an interview, and then I just ended up like rambling for 30 minutes by myself, and then I feel guilty, but then people like it, so I'm like, oh, we'll just keep doing this. I'm surprised that being a new mom, I'm adjusting a lot to my new world, and I'm always tired. And I never feel like I have enough. I can't consume as much as I used to. And I used to literally read like 3 or 4 books a week. I'd watch a whole season of TV. I'd like go see the movie. I don't do anything like comparatively, especially get video games. It's really sad for me.
That's when I stopped playing World of Warcraft. Was when
Stop.
when I got pregnant with my daughter.
I'm so sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
You
It's
get
not
this.
fair. It's not fair. Why? Assassin's Creed is coming out. I'm not going to be able to play it.
No, you're not.
There, you can romance people in that. Fortnite, come on. I don't like video games where I'm hunted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not pleasurable to be hunted either in person or online. That's just me. I get anxious, okay? I need to chill it out. I need to like redecorate a house or like, make somebody date who's not real. What was your question?
If you're enjoying doing the podcast.
I enjoy the podcast. Yes, everybody listen to it, and I really appreciate it. No, I love it, and I love you guys send in a lot of questions. So actually, it's kind of like to me, I love doing panels like this. I could talk literally for 12 hours. I've done it before online. It's a lot, but I still love it. And so it kind of like has a panel atmosphere where you guys send in questions, and I love doing that. Also, I would love to do a bigger podcast where I interview everything. I would have to have somebody help me with it because I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess. I have clean underwear on today, and I like gave myself a high five.
Any working mom out here totally relates to that. Speaking of the charity thing that you did, you guys raised more than $200,000.
Yes, did anybody watch the charity stream that I did? Thank you so much. I did a charity stream to raise money for immigrant children who were separated at the border. It was right after that started, and I was so angry that I decided to, thank you. No, thank you very much. Yeah, I was like, what? That's not my America. So I was like, let's come together and do something. And so many people donated their time and their money, and we raised $220,000. I did t-shirts. A lot of you are wearing them. I've seen a dozen at least this morning even. And it really just makes my heart large. And it really makes me realize that we can come together to make a difference all together. And it felt very empowering. So thank you for participating, you guys.
Especially seeing how Twitch has just completely dominated the new media landscape. Let's take a question.
I love Twitch,
Yeah.
even though I'm mute. But Team Human people moderate, and they block the jerks.
Yep.
Douchewads. There's some douchewads online, guys.
I did CES once for a media company, and we had people in the YouTube. I was like, drop that band hammer. You drop it right now.
I know. Why should I be in a room with people who are calling me names? I don't do that at a coffee shop. I'd be like, remove that person, please, and give me free vanilla syrup.
I like it. Question over here.
Hi, my name is Stella, and I had a question. So when you were playing Charlie, what was your favorite line in the show?
I mean, I love a catchphrase, so I'm like, smell you later, bitches. Like, I always say, smell you later, see you later, bitches, like, all sorts of bitches. And then I say it in real life, I'm like, oh, I'm not as cool as Charlie. You need to stop doing that. Yeah, so I love having a catchphrase. And I love, there's so many good scenes with Charlie and Dean especially. I love that relationship. But then toward the end, I got this great episode where I had a lot of scenes with Sam, and I got to find all sorts of different relationships with him as a character. So I'm excited and hopeful that they will have me back to do more.
And also, so your kid Calliope, so she's still so young, but what's the favorite thing she's done so far?
Oh, wow. Can I show you some videos? No, what I love about her most is that her favorite word is book. So she wants to read a book all the time. And I make sure, because most children's books for some reason are like he, and I want her to be the hero of every book, so I changed them all to she. And her favorite book was Girl Power. It's like a DC book about female superheroes, and she loves Raven, and I'm like, I don't even know that character very well, but I'm so proud of her, even though I don't want to push her to be in a game. I hope she's a geek. If she's a sports person, I'm going to die, but it's cool. I'll be there under an umbrella, miserable, watching her play soccer. Please no. Thank you for that question.
Question over here.
Hi, I've been a big fan of you for a lot of different stuff, and you just said you're a big geek. My question is not related to anything you've been in, but what Hogwarts house would you be in and why?
Okay, I want a survey. Who thinks I'm a Gryffindor?
There was like almost radio silence besides that one guy.
One guy? Who thinks
He was
I'm...
right away too. He was like, yes!
I mean, that's how Gryffindors yell. What about Slytherin? Who thinks I'm a Slytherin? Oh. Who thinks I'm a Hufflepuff? Who thinks I'm a Ravenclaw?
Phew.
Whew. I've taken the survey many times, and I am pure Ravenclaw, although, yeah, I'm such a know-it-all. I really am, and it's an endearing quality.
She says knowingly.
But I do feel like I have a little huffle. I'm a little Huffleclaw. Touch a huffle.
Thank you.
Touch-o huff.
Question over here.
Hi.
Nice cosplay.
Thank you. I just want to say I've been a fan of yours ever since I was a little girl. The first thing I saw
you old. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
The first thing I saw you in was Dr. Horrible, and it sort of scarred me because my dad told me you really died, so...
Wait, what?
Let's unpack that.
What? Where's your dad? Is he here?
No, not currently, but...
He's on my list.
I'll let him know.
Okay.
But my question is, what was your favorite thing about being in Dr. Horrible?
My favorite story from Dr. Horrible is, it was done so low budget, you guys. Nobody had a trailer, nobody was fancy. It did it like on the fly. Half the time it was illegal because we were shooting on the street. We didn't have a permit.
That right there I love.
I know. So it was crazy that all these fancy people wanted to do this low budget crazy thing, and that's why I love it so much, and it really inspired a lot of the work for me for the rest of my career up until now. But my favorite story was when we were shooting the laundry scenes, which are amazing. One day, it was this weird place in this weird part of LA, and in the little mini mall that the laundromat was in, there was this store that was blacked out. Like the doors and the windows were black. And I saw people go in and come out with little bags of treats, and I was like real treats, not like drugs. And
it's called a dispensary.
Yeah, it's called it was, no, it wasn't, but it gets better. So anyway, I go in and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna go, it's a dessert place. I'm gonna go in there and get everyone dessert. And I walk in, and I'm not kidding, it was like a Taiwanese bakery where they made weird gummy jellies. But why was everything blacked out? I would have thought, hey, don't buy everyone that. I did it. I spent $100 there, and I bought everything they had, and I put it out, and people were like, what is going on? I was like, buy it, let's all enjoy this. Everybody got the poops. Everybody got the poops. It was not a good move. So, moral of the story, if you see blackened out doors and windows and see people coming out with bags, it's either drugs or dessert you don't want to have in your body. Okay, bye.
It's a very true question over here.
Hi, I'm a big fan of your podcast, and I know you talk a lot about being a mom.
Mm-hmm. I can't help it. It's what's going on.
I was wondering how you're going to feel about introducing your daughter to video games as someone who spent a lot of time playing with them.
That's a really good question. I mean, video games made me who I am. I was homeschooled all my life, and basically that was my outlet. Hey, homeschool people, right? Woo, really? A lot?
Here.
Is it really popular here?
Yep.
Oh, you're my people. But again, I feel like, I wrote The Guild, my web series that I wrote and I produced and I created because I spent way too much, I like this applause, and I really wrote it because I spent too much time there and I kind of let it get out of control because I was not addressing the things in my life that needed to be addressed and I was just kind of escaping. So I have sort of a bittersweet sort of relationship with video games, even though I love them so much. I am concerned about her, but I really can't wait. And I think that's why I love Nintendo games now, because I see us playing Mario Kart together, or like Mario Galaxy or whatever, and I feel like that's the kind of world I want to introduce her game-wise. Even though I wasn't really a Nintendo girl before, I look forward to introducing those games to her, because I think they're, I think we'll enjoy them, and also I just want to play them. But it'll be several years. But thank you for that question.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Question over here.
Nice hat.
Hello, my name is B. I wanted to ask, what is your favorite project you've been working on or have worked on?
I mean, I'm working on a couple things now that'll be hopefully out next year that I'm really excited about, but I can't talk about them right now. I'm sorry. It's really, things take so long, but I'm working on them, and I'm really, because after I had my baby, I kind of like creatively nosedived into where is my sleep? I can't do anything else but sleep. But now I'm kind of like back, kind of a little bit. I'm so sleepy.
You learned how to manage it. It's a constant. You just learn how to handle it.
It's really just a low-grade fever of fatigue and teetering on the brink of just exhaustion. It's great. Really great, guys. But I guess the project that I love the most is the Guild, because I wouldn't be here if I hadn't just picked up a camera with my friends and started shooting in my garage. And I think that's really, I need to learn that lesson over and over again. Every time I try to like play the Hollywood game, I get my soul crushed, and the things I want to do don't really get made, because that's just 90% of all Hollywood. And I think it's a great lesson that you can empower yourself in this world to really create for the love of creating. And if you can keep that spark alive, it doesn't matter how many people love it. If it touches one other person, it's worth doing. And that's something that I have to remind myself of a lot. And the Guild really represents that. And also just taking control of your voice in this world, because we all have unique ways of seeing the world. Every single person in this room has a unique way of expressing themselves and unique passions, and if they created, everybody's creation would be different. And I think everybody should embrace that and do more of that in their lives, because it really feeds your soul in a wonderful way. So anyway, thank you for that question.
Question to you over there.
Hi.
Hi.
Cody.
Sup?
My girlfriend couldn't be here, but she says hi. She freaking loves you, so.
You're really filling the sword to be here by yourself today.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Cody.
Anyway, you played Charlie on Supernatural, and you died.
Spoiler alert, I was alluding to it. No, I'm just kidding. It's cool.
Anyway, what was it like walking away and then coming back to that role again?
I mean, it was 3 seasons, not quite, like 2.5 seasons that I went away, and it was really hard for me. And what I realized when I did that scene where I was murdered, it was very hard for me, because I talk about this in my book. I wrote a memoir that a lot of you have read. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a lot of me on the page. But I realized I went through a lot of like emotional anxiety, depression, like some tough times, because I started a company and I didn't realize what I was getting into, and I really wanted to make a success, and I really poured myself into it, and it sort of creatively drained me a lot, and I was struggling a lot. I didn't know how to manage myself, and going to the Supernatural set was sort of like this beacon of hope and shining light, and it really made me feel balanced in a way that I couldn't feel at home when I was overwhelmed, and I didn't know how to really manage my time. And so when I didn't get to go to set again, it really crushed me a little bit. And walking back on the set last year, I literally started crying, because not only was it just embodying a character that I love so much, and I think she means a lot to, fans, but also me personally. But also, a lot of the crew are the same, because it's such a family set there. Nobody wants to leave. So it was like no time at all passed. And I felt like coming home again, and it really touched me. So thank you. Thank you for that question.
Question 2.
Hi Felicia.
Hey.
Big fan. Don't mean to guilt you, but I was supposed to see you last year.
I'm so sorry.
And
it must have been horrible to come here without me, even though it's an awesome con, right? Did I turn that around? Did I turn it around?
We appreciate that.
Okay.
So my question is, do you still have that tutu-wearing, lightsaber-wielding Santa Claus from Build-A-Bear?
Yes, I do. And if you haven't read my book, that's a weird question. So I like all of you too. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
Wow. Do tell.
Hello, Felicia. I'm Justin.
Wow, Justin. Keep talking.
With pleasure. So let me start out by saying that I really appreciate the work you did on Critical Role and Supernatural.
Thank you.
Because you guys, I saw past the stigma that I had with D&D my entire life. And my first experience playing was as a DM, not as a player, because of the work you guys did on that show with Matthew Mercer at the head, and you guys adding your huge, buoyant personalities to the story was just fantastic. So my biggest question is, I call it the first season, you guys befriended an illithid called Chlorota. I wonder, are you sad that he betrayed the group in the end?
This is a question. You know what? You could say anything to me, and it would be fine, okay?
Yeah.
And I would love for you to kill me in your group with that voice. That would be like, you're dead. Can you just tell me, I'm sorry, Felicia, your character's dead. Can you just say that?
I'm sorry, Felicia. Your character is dead.
Okay, great. Thank you. I mean, I guess the question's irrelevant. That was an amazing way to stop this panel. I love that character, but yeah, his group. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me talk, you guys.
Let's take a quick selfie together and we'll let you